Kippur, the holiest day on the Jewish calendar. We are here together. I'm Rabbi Lisa Green. This is Elisheva, Eli the camel. Shana Tova. Eli talks quietly, sometimes doesn't talk at all, sometimes gets a little bit shy. What is Yom Kippur about? Yom Kippur is about saying we're sorry. You want to say something else, Eli? Wait, Eli wants to tell me. Yes, Eli says not only is Yom Kippur about saying we're sorry, but it's about changing what we do, to take the things that we might be doing not so great during the year, think about them and do them better. And Yom Kippur is the day we come forward and say, this is what I'm going to do better. So let's gather today. I know we are separate, but we're actually together. We're together apart as we gather together for Yom Kippur. Eli and I are here in the Perlman Sanctuary. We're glad you are with us from wherever you are in your homes, and so happy to know that you're with us. So let us turn to prayer, let us turn to song, let us turn to conversation about Yom Kippur. How do we say we're sorry? We don't? Eli, of course we say we're sorry. This is Yom Kippur, and actually we're supposed to say it every day too. Eli said it in Hebrew. I'm sorry. Eli, what are you sorry for? Oh, that, yeah. You know, sometimes camels kick, sometimes camels go to the bathroom in the wrong places. You're sorry about making a mess in my office. Yeah, I'll forgive you for that. Could you try not to do it again? Like not to kick over the bookcases and maybe go outside next time before you have to do things? So Eli's going to change Eli's behavior. I'm going to change my behavior. And we say what we do is we go and we say we're sorry to people. Like I can go to my children and say, I'm sorry for those times that I lost patience and I yelled at you. I'm sorry for that time that I had dinner ready so late that you were kind of crashing, or any number of things. We might say we're sorry to our friends for not showing up for a play date. We might say we're sorry for calling someone names, or who knows what. But Yom Kippur is when we come forward. Of course, we should do it every day, and we get a second chance. The word is teshuvah, repentance. When we look behind us, we look at what we've done, we look at what we want to do better, and we go forward and do it better. So Eli, what do you think? You're not going to say it, are you? You want to whisper it in my ear? She's sorry. She's going to try to be better behaved in my office, where she sometimes makes a big old mess, and she's going to be nicer to the other puppets in my office. Yes, they're puppets. You're a puppet too, Eli. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have told her that. Oops. Eli, I'm sorry for getting rid of that mystery, but you're still my very, very dear friend. Ani mitzta'eret. I'm sorry. Shema means listen. Shema is one of our most important, if not our most important Jewish prayers. It says, listen, God is one, and we, the Jewish people, sing that together. We might sing it in the morning, in the evening, we might sing it on Shabbat, we might sing it every day, good times and bad times. We sing it together. And when we sing Shema at different times, we have different melodies called nusach that gives us a hint if you were a detective, about what holiday it is. So the melody, the nusach for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur goes da 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 da. So we sing Shema Yisrael. So let's sing together.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Haed.
Avinu Malkeinu. Avinu Malkeinu means our parent and our ruler. Some of our parents and grandparents grew up thinking of it as our father, our king, but we think of God, the special names we call God this time of year. Avinu, God is like a mom or a dad giving us hugs, supporting us, loving us. And like a king or a queen, a ruler who gives us laws and wants us to follow those laws and those rules and do good, to make good choices. So Avinu Malkeinu is one of the most special prayers of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and we say, Avinu Malkeinu, God, listen to us. Hear our prayers, forgive us. Listen to us as we try to make better choices and we commit to good decisions in the new year. So let us sing Avinu Malkeinu together.
Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Bonenu Va'anenu, Ki ein banu masi. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'hesed. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'hesed, v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Bonenu va'anenu, Ki ein banu masi.
I'm sorry. Yom Kippur is a very special day about saying we're sorry, which we're supposed to do every day of the year if we do something wrong. But Yom Kippur lifts it up to a very special high level about thinking about our behavior, thinking about things we did that were good and things we did that were not so good that we want to change. And the word we use is teshuvah that I mentioned earlier. It means return, that we look back at what we did and we see what we can do differently. And the real test is, what can we do differently? The next time we lose our patience with our brother or our sister or our son or our daughter or our moms or our dads, instead of yelling or losing patience, can we stop and say, I know I'm about to do that. I'm going to act differently. So guess what? I have a story. Some of you might know it. It's called Oh No, George. And George doesn't actually use the word teshuvah, but George is doing a lot of what we do around this time of year. So George has a friend named Harry. This is Harry by my finger. Harry is going out. And Harry says, George, will you be good? And George, you see George, the cute red dog? George says, I will be very good. I hope I'll be good, George thinks. George is really wondering now, will I be good? George sees something in the kitchen. Look, it's a cake. He says, I said I'd be good, but I love cake. What do you think that George will do with that cake? Oh no, George. George ate. Look, George made a mess and ate the whole cake. What has George seen now? George sees Cat. Here's Cat. I said I'd be good, George thinks, but I love to play with Cat. What do you think George will do? Will George be good or will George play with Cat? Oh no, look, George is chasing Cat. You see George's mouth is open and Cat's running. Oh my goodness, George. What are you doing? What has George seen now? Now George sees flowers and dirt. Oh goodness, George loves dirt. George thinks, but I am not supposed to do this. I'm supposed to be good, but I love dirt. What will George do? Oh no, George goes digging in the dirt. Making a mess, I think. Harry is back. Harry comes home. Hello. Hello, Harry. Great to see you. George, what have you done? Harry says, you've ruined the place. Oh my gosh, there's a table knocked over. There's mud, there's dirt, and how much cake did you eat? Harry's holding an empty plate. The whole cake is gone. I said I'd be good, George thinks. I hoped I'd be good, but I wasn't. What will George do now? What'd you do if you were George? Would you say you were sorry? Would you go look for more cake? Would you do, I don't know, let's see. I'm sorry, George says. I want to give you my favorite toy. Thank you, George, Harry says. Why don't we go outside for a walk? See how Harry's cleaning up some of the mess from George's escapades? So they go outside. Great, George loves to go out. There are so many things to do and see. Uh-oh, George has seen another cake. No, George goes straight past the cake. See, George changes George's behavior. Well done, George, you didn't take their cake. George sees a lovely pile of dirt and some flowers. Will he have a little dig? Will he make a mess? George doesn't. Well done, George. Then George sees Cat. He doesn't even try to chase Cat. Even Cat's surprised. George always chases me. Something smells very interesting. What can it be? Ooh, it's a trash can. George likes nothing better than digging into a trash can. What will George do? Here's George on the edge of the trash can. What will George do? George? What do you think George will do? Will George jump into the trash can and make a big mess and mess up his good behavior? Or will he say, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I said I would be good. So here's the thing. We're all a lot like George. We make mistakes. We might eat the whole cake instead of part of it. We might make a mess. We might be mean to someone, but we keep trying to do it better. So maybe George attacked the garbage. It happens. We make mistakes. We're not perfect, but we have to keep trying to do what George did. Like the next time we walk by that pile of dirt that might make a big old mess, maybe say, oh, I'm not going to do it this time. So I'm kind of hoping that George did not get into the garbage pail. But if he did, George has the opportunity to say he's sorry. So I invite each of us to have a conversation with our grown-ups and talk about something that we want to do better. Grown-ups can say the same thing too. What's something that we wish we did better? Maybe we were kinder or more patient or more gentle, and say, how can we do it better? And how are we going to remind ourselves to do better in the new year? What does the shofar do? The shofar announces the new year. It makes a big noise, a beautiful but rough noise, calling us together to celebrate the new year and to think about what we can do better in the new year. I'm so excited that Howard Sorkin and his daughter Abby Brueggemann and Abby's children, Jack and Molly, are here to blow shofar for us. Thank you all so much for continuing this tradition of 3 generations of your family.
Tekiah, Shavarim, Teruah, Tekiah, Tekiah.
Lishana tova tikatevu, Lishana tova tikatevu, tikatevu. Happy New Year to you. Lishana tova tikatevu, Lishana tova tikatevu, tikatevu. Happy New Year to you. Lishana tova tikatevu, Lishana tova tikatevu, tikatevu. Happy New Year to you.
L'shana tova tikatevu, Gamar chatima tova. May we be written for a good year. May we be inscribed in the book of life for a good year. A year of health, a year of joy, a year of peace.
Shana Tova.